Hey guys, and welcome back to Lenisha's channel. Alright, we're going to be getting started on a collective. I want to first go ahead and type, let's see. Alrighty. Okay. Let's see. Alright, what is the message here for the collective? Make sure you guys only take what resonates for you. Sometimes we think every single message is for us, especially when we come into collective readings. Whole time these readings are timeless for over hundreds of people, pulling off this energy, that energy. So just be mindful. All right, wanting to listen to music is very significant. Maybe your body is calling out to music. The summertime could be very significant. Some people not feeling like they can enjoy themselves because their material world is not how they may want it. But in actuality, there's things to be happy about and to celebrate. All right. What is the message here for the collective? Welcome in, welcome in. If you're not able to stay for this full message, it will be uploaded on my YouTube. The deal that we have today is pay what you donation-based readings, right? So with donation-based readings, you send in what you want to send in. So if you want to send in $5, $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, whatever you want to send in to get on the list, you're able to. That is the sale that we're doing for today. So happy 4th if you celebrate holidays. Right now I'm going to start off with a collective message. Alright, so let's see. What is the message here for the collective? Okay, on the back of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords. Something that happened to you in your life completely changed you. Whatever this was, you felt defeated. It broke you down so you couldn't be broken anymore, right? I'm seeing dead end, breakups, divorce, backstab, ruin, rock bottom, and failure. So this message will apply different for everyone. Now, the cards that we have coming out is the Moon, the Hangman, the Wheel of Fortune, the Star. Those are the major arcanas, major life events, right? Now, the minor arcana, which is the details to these things, daily life, whatever the case may be. 4 of Cups, Ace of Cups, 8 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. It's a lot of cup energy out here. A lot of water, Scorpio, Cancer, and or Pisces. All right. Sagittarius, Capricorn, or fixed signs, which is Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio, is significant. Cancer energy, which I already said, all the water signs energy. Okay, these are the energies that are significant. Now, when you're dealing with the moon talks about you coming into a path that may be filled with illusions. All right, some things are not clear to you. Some things are not what it seems as well. A path filled with darkness. And when it comes to darkness in this sense, it's a space where you don't really have the knowledge, right? But you're having to go down a path that you may not be knowledgeable in, or you may not see things clearly, right? The Hangman is here. So maybe you're being encouraged to gain a new perspective, or you're going to be gaining a new perspective as you're experiencing this journey. Okay? But going back to the Moon card, this talks about blocked intuition, the subconscious, misconception, uncertainty, deception, ambiguity, instability, dreams, anxiety, and illusions, right? Now, with the Hangman energy, we talked about the new perspective energy. This card can also signify awakenings, like an aha moment. All right, perspective, surrender, epiphanies, release, let go, allow, and yield. All right, that's also what this energy can signify. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune, and we're going to get into what I think about all of this in a second, but this is just messages that you can put together for yourself, for those of you who read tarot or whatever the case may be. So, with the Wheel of Fortune here, it talks about a decisive moment, right? It talks about chance, life cycles, karma, destiny, good luck, expansion. It's time, fortune, change, and fate. Somebody's name can also be destiny, right? Maybe you're a person who believes in purpose, okay? So this message is for you. Just only take what resonates. Now, moving on to the Star energy, it talks about a wish being granted, all right? You could have recently come across a wish being granted, or you soon will. Past energy can also be significant for this whole entire message. Now, the Star card can also tie to contentment, spirituality, inspiration, altruistic, which is ALTRUISTIC. It also talks about serenity, purpose, renewal, healing, hope, calm, and faith. So I feel like some of you guys are possibly spiritual. You're experiencing something very spiritual. At this time, you may be coming into a sense of renewal, right? Especially after going through that Moon energy. So this Moon energy could be past tense. For some of you guys, it's going to be present tense, and for others of you, it's going to be future tense, right? So for those of you who are experiencing this Moon energy, your intuition could be blocked, or you could be feeling very uncertain on the path that you're on, or down the path that you're going. Okay, you could be having anxiety. Your dreams are also very significant. There can also be some illusions going on. All right, your subconscious is very, very significant. At this time, you may be at a standstill, or you may be encouraged to take a pause, or maybe based on all the events that's been going on in your life, that your divine spiritual team has put a pause within your life, to the point to where you're being encouraged to just stop and just gain a new perspective. Don't do anything. Don't say anything. Just sit still. Put the phone down. Put the social media down. Put everything down and just sit in stillness, and just sit in quietness, and just be still. Meditate, right? To gain a new perspective. Some of you guys may have already come to a new perspective. For others of you guys, it's going to take you to actually sit down somewhere and surrender. Let go, release, and allow. All right? This is a time to yield so that this perspective can come in. I'm seeing that the wheel is turning in your favor during this time. So some of you guys may be experiencing good luck. All right? You may also be experiencing a time of expansion. All I know is something is time. So whatever is happening now, I feel that it is meant to happen. Okay, you may be experiencing changes. You may be experiencing life cycles, chance, karma. Karma talks about cause and effect. A lot of people look at karma as something very, very specific, and 9 times out of 10 they look at it as you know how people say, oh, you're gonna get karma, right? But this is cause and effect. The things that you choose to do, the things that you choose not to do, right? However, there is a wish being granted. I'm seeing contentment is here. Maybe you're going to be feeling content soon, if not already. Okay, maybe this is going to be a very creative time for you, a very serene time for you, or you're being encouraged to embody these energies. All right, this is a time to be calm and to have faith. For others of you guys, you're probably already in this energy, which is good because you're in alignment, right? I feel like you've been in this energy of apathy. You may be experiencing overflowing love, right? There could be bliss or a romantic success could be going on, right? Maybe even new romance or new friendships. I'm just seeing flowing emotions and joy, all right? The Ace of Cups gives this this is it type of energy, right? Life could be going pretty fast for you, or things could be moving for you. Things could be progressing. All right, alignment once again is here. I'm seeing a form of communication may be coming in. Maybe you may be traveling by air soon, whether that's airplanes, hot air balloons, whatever the case may be. All right, I'm just seeing movement, whether that's in the form of travel, communication, things taking a pause and progressing, right? And it's funny that the Eight of Wands is out here with the Hangman energy, because maybe you're moving and you're gaining momentum when you're being encouraged to just sit down and gain a new perspective towards something. But like I said, some of these things could have already happened. Okay, it all really depends on your life. So if the Hangman energy has already transpired, then of course everything is moving, or you're being encouraged to move forward. But if you're still in this Hangman energy, you're being encouraged to just surrender, because some of you guys are putting in action. Things are going quickly, whatever the case may be. And you could be encouraged to just, hey, sit down, take a second, because you're walking down a path that may not be what it seems. Okay, so getting some clarity, going within, may be what you're needing to do, right? Because based on what you do, how you're operating in your life, it depends on how your life is going to go, because we all have free will, right? Regardless, you got to know that you're going down the right path, because if we need to learn something and bump our head, then that's just what we're meant to come across, right? But for others of you guys, it's just maybe a need to slow down a bit, gain clarity, because maybe your intuition is a bit blocked. And maybe when you just sit down and release and surrender and get into like this meditative state, maybe this may not take just 30 minutes. Maybe this may take you actually shifting your routine and implementing meditation within your daily life or routine, okay? To gain whatever perspective this is, right? Some of you guys, it may not need to take that long, because, I mean, it's in your subconscious. It just needs to come to the conscious, right? But I am, with this Nine of Cups energy, seeing emotional fulfillment. So a lot of you guys, your love life could be good. Your emotions could be getting better. But it just seems like you're disinterested in something. It just seems like you're disappointed, or you regret something, or you don't really feel too well about something, right? You're in apathy. Maybe it's because some type of missed opportunities, or you had some type of missed opportunities. This is what happens when you're going down a path that you don't really know anything about, and you think you do, and you're just making these choices and decisions, and, you know, whatever the case may be. And this is pretty much what happens. That's why you need to, for sure, trust in your intuition at all times and have faith, right? Be calm, have hope. This is a time of healing, and I feel like that's what you guys are experiencing right now. Healing may look different for us all. We may not even realize that we're healing, okay? Because the way that we're looking at things, but it's just all about your beliefs, what you're doing, what you're not doing, all right? But let's see. I am seeing wishes coming true, though. Some of you guys' wishes could have come true. There may have been a wish that was granted. You're going to be feeling full, happy, good, and satisfied if you're not already, because things are going to be picking up in your life. You're going through a lot of major things in your life right now, but I feel like this is a time of good luck, contentment, spirituality, new perspectives, and your subconscious. There may or may not be some deception. Maybe you're deceiving yourself, right? This could be deception rather than outside energy. But trust in your intuition, because some of you guys know that there is deception within your love life, right? Maybe family, maybe friends, maybe lover. But for others of you guys, you're having a romantic success, or you soon will be. And if you're single, you're going to be coming into a relationship sooner or later. All right? But like I said, it's just something that you're dissatisfied about. I'm seeing unmotivated energy, depression, very reluctant and weary energy, W-E-A-R-Y. So we're going to get some more confirmations on these energies, because it could be anything. Alright, what is this message here trying to tell me when it comes to the collective? Four of Wands, yeah. This is talking about your community and you being in your head about some type of union you have. I'm seeing mental anguish and celebrating union. Maybe some of you guys don't know if you should be happy about the union that you're in, or the foundations that you're building or able to continue to build. Maybe you have support from your spiritual team, and maybe even from people on the earthly plane, but you're just experiencing like lack of hope, or you're in this energy of lost love or psychological trauma that you're experiencing. You're being encouraged to move forward, because I'm seeing a victory here, or maybe you're soon going to be overcoming whatever this is. I'm seeing that some type of lover is going to return if they haven't already, and you're going to be celebrating, but maybe you're going to be in your head worrying, right? Having fear, anxiety, or dark thoughts. So with you being in this energy, you're needing to just, once again, take a break, because I feel like you're trying to move forward and put action towards things, and life, you're just moving at like the speed of light, right? So you're being encouraged, especially since you're in your head about some type of union or whatever this is. You have to slow down, okay? You have to gain a new perspective so that you can better like ease through life without any resistance or fear or worry, right? Because that's why you're in this energy of like you're missing out on things being in this energy. When your emotions are not in the best energy, but you have new love and a successful love life, or things are picking up for you in your life, a lot of times we don't see this as such because we're in our head too much, or because our emotions are imbalanced. So you're being encouraged to heal and have faith. This is a calm time of your life, and you're actually experiencing a lot of good luck at this time. I don't know if you realize that or not. If you're not experiencing that, you soon will be. Sometimes things are just divine timing for us. We all may be able to resonate with a message, but some things play out in our lives differently, right? So you're being encouraged to pause so you can gain a new perspective. All this movement, all this trying to put in action, all this trying to progress on your journey and like just be in connections and be over here and work on this. Sometimes you need to just take a moment. All right? You need to get something in control before trying to just, you can't skip step 1 and be on step 8. You gotta hold on a minute. Let's go back here and let's heal. Because if you're not in a healed space, say if you have a true love connection, but you in your head about it, then you may end up cutting this person off, or they may end up cutting you off because you just don't trust them that much. Whole time it's a successful connection. It's a divinely guided one, but you're just not in your best energy to realize things, right? How are you going to know what to pursue and what not to pursue when your intuition is blocked, or when your energy is all over the place? How are you going to know which opportunity is for you and which one is not if you're dissatisfied and unmotivated and depressed, right? So first you have to take a breather, because I feel like There's emotional fulfillment around. You can probably be in a space where you're feeling completely content, and then you start feeling dissatisfied. Like within, you could be in the energy to where your love life is picking up, things are looking great, and then you just start being in your head, You can be in a space to where an opportunity is on its way to you, but you're so dissatisfied and bored in your life that you probably not see this, right? And you miss out on it, because we can miss out on certain opportunities. Now, it may be back around, because that's how blessed you guys are and lucky you are at this time, or probably permanently, especially if like you're an earth angel or something. But I feel like the subconscious, you need to get that mind, those thoughts, you need to get that under control. That's why some of y'all are having nightmares or experiencing insomnia, because your thoughts and the subconscious needs to be, worked on. Okay? So gain a new perspective, or you're going to keep on going through your life with a blocked intuition, feeling unmotivated and depressed in your head. Ooh, that does not sound like liberation at all. You could be experiencing nothing but great things or having reasons to celebrate and just be in your head, And I feel like that's because of whatever pain that you've experienced in your life, whatever hindered you to the point to where you just become a completely different person. I feel like that's what's causing this. Confirm is not a source for God's energy. See, it's like being in this energy with who you are, you're still able to manifest. You're still able to receive blessings. But the thing is, sometimes you may not be in the best energy for it. So maybe you need to try to shift something. Don't give up. Keep on moving forward in your life. Like, there's this quote that says, life is like a bicycle. I kind of forgot what it said, but it's basically telling you, like, you got to keep moving, like, regardless, So even though you're in this energy, you can take a pause. You can yield. You don't have to completely stop everything. You just need to surrender, because I feel like your spiritual team is trying to work with you, send you messages, connect with you. But how are you going to be able to see, hear, or feel them if you're not in the best energy, right? So things could be going good for you, but I just feel like your emotions and your mental, it's just, your mind is all over the place and your emotions is not balanced. So manifest your desires. What do you want? You want to be healed? Manifest being in this energy. Sometimes a little practicality can go a long way. If you actually try doing some shadow work or some inner child healing, then you may get there faster, right? When it comes to things that are happening in your life and working out in your life, a little hope will get you a long way, rather than pessimism, right? Rather than, is this really that? It's okay to have discernment and, your intuition beeping at you, but sometimes your intuition can be blocked, or sometimes you may feel like something is for you and it's not for you, or you may feel like something that is for you is not for you. You have to get that in control, or you may miss out on some things, right? You may miss out on feeling happy and rejuvenated. You may miss out on a divinely loved connection that could actually be successful. Okay, you may miss out on business opportunities, emotional satisfaction, or fulfillment. Okay, you may just miss out on a life that was destined to happen for you, because, like I said, we have free will. So if we're stuck in depression, we can help ourselves get out of depression, but sometimes we just sit there. Maybe it's because it's a traditional thing. Like, sometimes when people think they're depressed, they get even more depressed and they close all the blinds down. They don't try to help themselves get out of that energy because they're too, So maybe try helping yourself get out of this energy by actually taking a practical approach. Like, of course, instead of being pessimistic, be positive, right? Of course, instead of having this mental anguish, calm your mind and give yourself enlightenment so you can actually move forward in the day and in your life without stress, worry, or fear. So manifest your desires. I'm seeing within 1 month within 1 month or when the next new moon comes about, this will be a good time to manifest your desires. Okay, I'm seeing a change in direction. I'm seeing that you need to set your intentions. All right, why are you in that love connection? Set your intentions. I am dating this person. My intentions to date this person is because. My intentions to work this career is because. My intentions to get on live right now and do the reading for the collective is because. Like, just set your intentions, okay? Because I'm seeing that a new cycle begins. Once again, don't give up. And I'm also seeing germination. Germination. In case you're a person like me that likes to look things up, okay? That's also what this energy can signify. And the new moon had came out with the King of Coins. So I feel like manifesting your desires, you're going to be able to get everything that you want. But I feel like you have to be secure within something. Like, sometimes y'all are trying to manifest and maneuver through your life when you're all over the place, and it may not progress or come about how you want it to come about, or it may not come out in a way that's more steady and smooth, right? There may be some tower moments or this or that. So to avoid all of that, you need to have this strong sense of self, right? You need to put effort towards what you want to achieve. Okay, you need to be grounded, right? You need to be secure and stable. So in order to get there, you got to work on those emotions. You got to go back to what hurt you, and you have to heal from that. Some of you guys, that happened 5, 10, 20 years ago. But it's interfering with your present moment. Your past is interfering with your present, which is most definitely going to hinder your future. So sometimes you have to take that practical approach, and you just have to start over. Like, yes, I went through this, I've experienced this, but now I know better, right? Give yourself enlightenment for what you went through. Like, you didn't go through all of those things for no reason, right? We're all on the plane, and everybody has different beliefs. Oh, Jesus is real. Oh, Buddhist, you should be Buddhist. Oh, this is real. No, you should be an atheist, because none of that is true. Everybody on the plane doesn't know what is what, which is which, right? This is a personal journey. So instead of intaking all of this projected energy, you need to go within. Use that inner compass, that inner guide. And this may not, like I said, for a lot of you guys with this moon energy out here, this may be something that you have no idea about. It may be something that's unknown, right? But that's the point of the Fool's journey. The Fool is like a newborn baby, right? New life, new beginnings, innocence, naive energy, right? So this is where you learn and at times make your little mistakes, right? Because there's no such thing as failures, right? Just lessons to be learned. So whatever you went through that hindered you that much, you're experiencing a new beginning right now. So it's time to let that go so you can enjoy your life. When that new moon come, I'm going to need you to manifest your desires. But new moon come, I'm going to need you to manifest your desires. But before the new moon comes, I'm going to need you to fix your mental and your emotions so that you don't manifest things that you don't want, and so that you can clear out this blocked intuition that you may have. Some of you guys may not have a blocked intuition, but some of you guys for sure do. Something is an illusion. It's not what it seems, right? For some of you guys. So you have a new beginning here, and this may be something you have never done before, whether it's you actually trusting in God, whether it's you getting into that relationship after being hurt, but deciding to not allow your past wounds to bleed out onto new connections. Like, whatever this is something that you've never done before. This is probably something that you never experienced before. For some of you guys, this can tie to reconciling with someone, like somebody coming back into your life, but it's on you to decipher. Is this something that I should do, or is this another illusion? But all I know is the best advice that you can take is one from yourself, okay? Because everybody around here tries to give advice, but you know your life better than anyone. And sometimes Life is all about making your own choices. And I said sometimes, but I mean all the time. You can't have other people making your choices for you. So the best advice you can give yourself is from the inner wisdom that you already have. Okay? Welcome to the team, honey. Thank you. Now, let's see. Tell me more about this moon energy. Yep. The Death card, which ties to external change. There's something going on the outside, rather the inside. There could be something going on the inside as well, because the moon talks about the subconscious and like other things as well. But for the moon to be coming out with the Death energy, there's something that you may not see or that you may not realize that's tying to external change or things outside of yourself. But there's a new start here. I'm seeing endings and beginnings. You're being encouraged to let it go, whether that's a negative mindset, a person, a place. You're being encouraged to let something go. Confirm Hangman. We already know what that Hangman energy is talking about, though. We got the Temperance, yep, in the reverse. That's why you're being encouraged to be still, because you're being impatient and there's a lot of discord going on. You're self-indulging in things when you should be taking a pause, taking a break. Like I told y'all with that 8 of Wands, you're probably trying to put action here, do this, do that, do that, do that. When you're being encouraged to just sit and go within. The Hangman talks about sitting still, going within. When you listen to the tarot story, it talks about how they just sat there in stillness. They didn't get on their phone. They didn't go do anything else but just sit there and be in stillness. And when you're being in this can bring more clarity to you. All right, so maybe release some things, let go of some things that's also pertaining to the outside, your outside energy, not your inside world, but the outside world, so that you can gain this new perspective. Because right now you're lacking perspective. Literally, the Temperance says lack of perspective, while the Hangman says new perspective. So you're in this energy of lacking perspective. That's why the Hangman is out here. So you can gain a new perspective or shift your current perspective. Confirm the Wheel of Fortune. The Two of Cups. So you may have, this may most definitely may be tying to some type of union. Okay? Like a loving exchange. Cause and effect, duality. You and another person could have mutual feelings towards each other. Maybe a new partner is coming in. Maybe this is someone who you reconcile with. Right? Maybe you're being encouraged to let this person go. Or for some of you guys, you're being encouraged to let go of the hurt that was done so that you can start anew. Especially if you're wanting to start anew and this person wants to start anew. Right? We ain't talking about anybody that you most definitely... I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life, because I always encourage people to leave people alone who's not good for them. Right? But for you, maybe you just need to bump your head and experience that connection one more time. Or for others of you guys, maybe it's going to work out this time. I don't know, honey. Okay? But all I know is cause and effect. You're choosing someone and they're choosing you. But right now at this time, you may be in your head about it. So either trusting your intuition, which some of you guys can't do because your intuition is blocked. So that means you're being encouraged to take a chill pill and put something like just yield, surrender. Because I'm seeing new beginnings here. Either you're being encouraged to just dive into the unknown, release the fears. Thank you so much for the gifts. Because maybe something does have potential. Or maybe you're being encouraged to cut this off, go solo dolo, and trust that everything will work out. It really all depends. But all I know is that everything is in your hand. The Magician. You are the creator of your life. Thank you so much for the gifts. So whether you want to pursue someone, pursue them. But you can't be in your head trying to pursue somebody. Okay? Or if you don't want to pursue a person, then don't pursue them. But maybe that's because you're second guessing and you're worried and you have fear. 9 times out of 10, it's probably because of that hurt that you've experienced, either from them or from somebody else. But I know that this was something that was really, really detrimental. So 9 times out of 10, it probably was from something else. But for some of you guys, it could be different, you know, because all of us, we're not identical. Our life is not identical, right? So for some of you guys, the message will apply differently. Confirm the star. The Tower. So, as you know, with the Fool's Journey and the tarot spread, it's literally a whole storyline. So, the Tower happens, and then that's when the Star card happens, if I'm not mistaken. Right? So I feel like there was something that happened in your life. Very chaotic, destructive. It happened out of nowhere. Right? But now I feel like you're in a path of where everything is getting better and everything is clearing out. Like, there's no need to fear anything, because whatever happened to you before, I can understand why some people will have fear. Like, that's like before being very confident, being very outgoing, and then you experience embarrassment or you experience a heartbreak, and now things have shifted. Now you're walking with fear. Now you're walking with, I'm a little cautious here. So I can understand how you can go from taking a risk, getting smacked dead in the face, and being scared to take another risk, right? Second guessing if something is an actual new beginning or a hard lesson. We get it. So how do you want to go about it? Do you want to not risk something and get yourself together? Or do you want to take a leap of faith and have hope that something will work out? It's really all up to you. You're going to have to trust your intuition for this one. I am not here to tell you what to do with your life. Neither is any other tarot reader who try to give you yes and no questions or answers. That is for you to decide. It is your life. Okay? Some of y'all, this is time to bankruptcy, divorce. Like, it's really, everybody's situation is different. But all I know, all in all, it's a shocking event that happened in your life. But there's something new here. Okay? Confirm the Four of Cups. So for some of y'all, if this is like one of those situations where there's something new here, but you're just scared and you're not taking a risk, or your wisdom is probably eating at you about something. I kind of lost my train of thought. So let me finish with this. With the Four of Cups, we got the Queen of Swords confirming the Four of Cups. So maybe you're in this energy because of your wisdom. You're a very intellectual being. You're mentally strong, quick-witted, right? I feel like you're a person of fairness. You're a person that's quirky, very sharp. You could probably talk a lot. All right? So maybe that's why you're in this Four of Cups energy, because you're just too smart for your own good. And maybe your experiences has taught you a lot. You know, so it will be hard for you to be in a connection with somebody that's emotionally unstable if you're very emotionally mature. It will probably be impossible for you to be connected with somebody who lacks wisdom and you hella wise. You know, so maybe it's one of those connections where you're dealing with somebody who you love and they love you, but it's kind of imbalanced. You know, they probably still got their things that they need to work. That's like a spiritual being connected to a person that's not yet had that spiritual awakening. So it makes sense. So either you're going to decide to cut them off because maybe you feel like maybe we're not in alignment with each other. Maybe I deserve better. Okay? Then that will be your choice. But if you want to just go ahead and give this person a chance and go in another direction because you just love them, most people, they wouldn't do that. They'll say, that's not a good idea. I'm going to use my wisdom that I have and bye. Other people, they'll probably say, well, hey, God is love and love is God, and I'm going to give this a chance because anything is possible. You know, it really all depends on your own beliefs, right? So all I know is you're probably in this energy because you're very intelligent and you're very wise. And whatever connection this is, you probably got this energy of maybe I need to let this person go. Maybe but you're probably, I'm not really seeing confusion, so you probably already know, your intuition is probably already here. But with the moon here, the blocked intuition thing. That's why I don't really want to say maybe your intuition is on point, because for some of y'all it's probably not. Maybe just because you love somebody, you're not able to really think as clearly or pay attention to what your intuition is telling you, right? But I am seeing a new beginning within love, but maybe you should just take your time, because maybe you're trying to rush into something. All right, I'm seeing alignment. So for some of y'all, maybe you need to get out of your own head and you need to release the pain that you felt. And you never know, this connection could actually work out. Of course, they need to do their own inner work, of course. And for others of y'all, maybe you've been encouraged to just cut them off and just be on your individual journey, right? And connect with somebody who may be more, who you will be more happy with. Okay? From the Queen of Swords. Six of Coins. Maybe some of y'all feel like, well, this person, this is an equal give and take. Maybe you see things that's worth staying for, and then you see other things that's you probably like it's not worth staying for, right? So like I said, regardless, it's really up to you. Okay, I can tell you pursue the connection and you'll probably be mad as hell that you did, okay? Or I can tell you don't pursue the connection and you'll be walking around here like, damn, should I have given them a chance this whole time? So that's why I'm saying you're going to have to choose what you want to do. If you got to bump your head, then you just got to bump your head, okay? But at the end of the day, being positive and having faith could get you a long way, especially if you feel like maybe something good can come from this, right? Maybe you feel like this person, you know, maybe they giving you gifts, or maybe they care for you or something. So it's really all up to you. You're gonna have to balance out the mind and the emotions. But it's gonna kind of be difficult if you don't tend to yourself right now and get into like this this clear-headed space and balanced emotion space. Because if I'm telling you balance out the mind and the emotions, when your emotions is already all over the place and your mind is already mentally anguished, then first we got to take care of why that is going on so that it can be able to be serene. And then you'll be able to maneuver in this connection with ease, or decide it's not for you. So first you have to like get that into check, because whether they have good traits, bad traits, both, whether you feel like you should pursue this or not, you're going to constantly be in this back and forth imbalanced energy until you really solve that. Okay? Confirm this Ace of Cups. Yeah, some of y'all, new love is here, new friendships, new connections. Overall, you're attracting this into your life. So if you just feel like maybe I'm not going to attract someone who's in alignment with me, maybe I'm codependent and too much into my comfort zone to where I may not care to be with this person anymore, but maybe I'm holding my own stuff back by being in the connection. It really all depends. That can happen. All right, but I am seeing a new beginning. Okay, whether this is with a new person or the same person. But that's because we have free will. So it's really all up to you. Some people think, oh, God has placed this person in my life. We're meant to be. Whole time, you're choosing to be with this person. You chose to get together. You choose to break up, right? So it's your choice. If you want to break up with them, break up with them. If you want to see where it goes, see where it goes. Just don't beat yourself up about it if it doesn't go well. But don't be so negative to think that it won't go well, right? The main thing is just don't self-sabotage. If you know that you need time to heal, then take that time to heal and maybe pursue them after, or maybe just slow down a bit. Because some of y'all, maybe you would break up and just tend to yourself. Or for some of y'all, maybe you're going to try to still remain in this connection, which may be very difficult. So to help yourself remain in a connection is already difficult because you're so like, you gotta actively tend to yourself. You know, you gotta balance some things, right? And you also have to try not to be so negative, because maybe you'll have some thoughts to come in and it'll ruin everything. So if you're going to pursue this connection, be more positive, have more faith. Or break up, right? High Priestess on the back. You're a very intuitive person. So if your intuition is telling you break up with them, then I would break up with them. But how do you know what your intuition is telling you if it's blocked, right? So confirm the Eight of Wands. Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're probably an emotional idolist. Hopeless romantic, lover girl, lover boy. You're very nurturing. I feel like regardless what you do, whether it's career, love, whatever it is, whenever you put your energy or actions into something, it's with your whole being, right? You're just a deep feeling, empathetic, intuitive, psychic, loving individual, right? So God wouldn't expect anything less from you. It makes sense that you're still trying to pursue somebody, okay? Just trust your intuition. Make sure you're operating, make sure you're communicating certain things. Make sure you're moving with intention, and make sure you're moving in alignment with yourself, right? Because you got to remember that this person is not, you're allowing them to be a part of your life, but you still having your own individuality and separate life from them. You don't, like, I remember when I had got married out of high school, my goals changed, everything changed, and it became our life. No, don't do that. And that connection ended up not working out, right? It's still your life. You're just allowing them to be a part of it. Vice versa. Stop being so possessive over people. Have your own lives, okay? But regardless, yeah, some of y'all, you're emotionally connected. So, of course, you're going to put action in a way that does that. If you weren't emotionally connected to this connection, you probably would have left a long time ago. But since you're invested and you love deeply, I feel like that's why you're acting in a certain manner. But things are probably going to start becoming more clear and balanced for you within the next 6 weeks. It could be sooner, okay? That's why I said for some of y'all, if you just make that practical approach right now and just get into like this meditation and just stillness so that you can gain clarity, then that will be good. Maybe you'll see the results a little quicker. But I'm seeing that there are better times ahead, okay? The conflicts are going to be resolved. There's going to be peace. Now, maybe you're still going to be in their life. Maybe not. I don't know. But all I know is better times are ahead. Confirm the Nine of Cups. We got the Devil. Woo! I don't know why I'm picking up on selfishness. Yeah. So there's some strings attached, right? This could be your energy or the other person's energy. Confirm this Devil energy. It's probably the other person's energy since I've seen the Three of Cups on the back. It says the Five of Cups in reverse. So the Nine of Cups ties to emotional fulfillment, individual satisfaction. So maybe this Devil energy is still in your joy. It's still in your satisfaction. It's still in your energy of feeling emotionally fulfilled. For some of you guys, you're attaching yourself to a person who you're no longer connected to like you used to be. So it's time to let go. For others of you guys, maybe it's just some type of Devil energy that's got a hold on you. That past situation got a hold on you to the point to where you need to implement forgiveness. And you need to move on from whatever that was because you're ready. And you need to move on from whatever that was because you're ready to move on. The Devil, it talks about attachment, obsession. But the Five of Cups in reverse is an actual positive, more positive energy. Because if it was in its upright position, it talks a lot about grief and sadness and dwelling on negative emotion. So I feel like you're actually doing the opposite. The Divine Masculine is on the back of the deck. And the Empress. They're literally next to each other. Oh my gosh. Something could be a divinely connected union. Now, I don't know if that will be when you cut this person off and you'll come into this connection. Or I don't know if this is you guys. Like, you're actually meant to be together. And it could actually be successful. I'm not sure which one it is. My head hurt at this point. Motherhood, pregnancy could be significant. A person that gets it done. They're very action oriented. This is divine feminine and divine masculine. But I feel like there's some type of dead end. If this is your person, which I don't really like saying your person. It sounds so possessive. But if this is your partner, your eternal lover, there may be something getting in the way of you guys being able to really be with each other for real. But for others of you guys, you're mistaking someone for this divine union. You're mistaking a person that's in devil energy. Now, the devil energy could be yours, which talks about you needing to do shadow work, okay? Being obsessed or addicted with something. All right, materialism, the shadow self can even signify this energy. So let's confirm it again. Confirm this devil energy, Capricorn energy. Significant. Confirm that. 7 of Wands. It says worth fighting for. Maybe you feel like something is worth fighting for. Maybe this is someone you have an attachment to. Maybe this is someone you feel emotionally fulfilled by. But maybe there's some work that both of you guys need to do. Maybe this ties to healing, forgiveness, or maybe you're being encouraged to let each other go and try again later. Or maybe you're being encouraged to let each other go, period, because there's something better waiting for you. Or maybe this is a connection that you're meant to experience and that it may actually work out, but there's just something that you need to shift within self. What is this message here trying to tell me? What is this message trying to tell me? Knight of Cups. Following your heart. So I feel like you just following your heart all while being heartbroken. All while healing or needing to heal. All while experiencing some type of loss. Thank you guys for double tapping the screen. Man, confirm the Knight of Cups. We got the Ace of Swords coming out, and it's coming out kind of in transition. It's not coming out in upright. It's not coming out in reverse. It's coming out sideways. So I feel like there's this imbalanced energy of clarity and lacking clarity. Maybe you don't know if you should pursue this person. Maybe you don't know if you should allow someone new to come in. But in order to see that, regardless, you're going to have to go within, meditate on it, so that your intuition can be unblocked, and so that you can make a more aligned choice, rather than solely emotions or solely mental. Maybe it's time for you to manifest the exact type of individual that you want. Some of you guys are witches, seers, psychics, earth angels. Maybe you can manifest a better relationship with this person. Hello? Okay. Okay, 1 second. Oh my goodness. Alright, you guys. I have to go. Try not to hold on too tightly to something. Okay? Whether it's hurt or a person, just try to surrender. Any last messages for the collective? Four of Swords. Yeah, it's time. It's time for no action. It's time to rest, take a break, and heal. It's time to retreat. Some of y'all need a break from this person as well. Maybe that's how you're going to come into this 10 of Cups energy, with a new person or with this person. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining.